Welcome to Rajendra Tandon videos. We continue with another verse from Bhramar Geet written by Surdas, who was a 16th century Hindu devotional poet and singer. Surdas is known for his lyrics written in praise of Krishna. These lyrics are written in Braj Bhasha, one of the two literary dialects of that time. Surdas was a part of the Bhakti movement spreading across the Indian subcontinent. This movement represented spiritual empowerment of the masses. Some other poets of this movement included Kabir, Tulsidas, and Mirabai. The genesis of Bhramar Geet poems can be traced to Srimad Bhagavad Puran. According to the narration in the Puran, the inhabitants of Braj could not reconcile with the loss of Krishna to Mathura. Krishna, though born in a prison cell in Mathura, was brought up in Vrindavan by Nand and Yashoda. As a child, he made everybody in Gokul happy with his pranks, like stealing butter, breaking pitchers full of milk. Later, he started playing on flute and made all the cowmaids dance to his music. They used to hold regular ras on the banks of Yamuna under the moonlight. All their activities were devotional as well as erotic. So when Krishna went away to Mathura to carry out his mission to kill Kansa, the evil king who had imprisoned his parents, the inhabitants of Braj could not reconcile with the loss. The depth of their sorrow knew no bounds. Krishna sent Uddhav to Braj, where he explained the divinity of Krishna to his parents, Nand and Yashoda. He told them that Krishna was formless, unborn, without a beginning and an end. He advised them to look for this Krishna, who was omnipresent, rather than the child they had brought up. At this stage, the gopis who had assembled by this time took Uddhav aside and probed him to learn as much as they could about their beloved Krishna. They repeatedly chanted Krishna's name. Meanwhile, a black bee droned into this assembly. The gopis taunted Uddhav through the medium of the black bee. The verses are therefore named Bhramar Geet. The verse we are taking up today is a fascinating account of what the gopis experienced with Krishna in very explicit language. Udho Juvatin or Niharo. Udho, look at us. We are blooming. We are young. Our blouses are bursting. तब यह जोग मोट हम आगे हिए सुमझी बिस्तारो. First you look at us, then you start your teaching which we do not believe in. जे कच श्याम आपने कर करी नित ही सुगंध रचाए, तिनको तुम जो विभूति ध्वरि के जटा लगावन आए. Krishna used to put oil, scents into our hair and dress them. We were so lucky. With his own hands he did it. And now you want us to sit and put ashes into those hair, become sadhus, vairagis. जेहि मुख मृग मद मलयज उबटति, छन छन धोवती manjati. Our faces on which we used to apply kasturi, sandal, we used to wash them again and again. तेहि मुख कहत खेह लपटावन, सो कैसे हम छाजती. Now you want us to apply ashes to our face. How do we tolerate you? How to be carry out what you are saying? लोचन आज श्याम शशि दर्शती तभी ये तृप्ताती. We used to look at the moon face of Krishna. It gave us so much happiness. सूर तिन्हि तुम रवि दर्शावत. You are showing us the sun instead of the moon. It is causing us anguish. We are angry with you. सूर तिन्हि तुम रवि दर्शावत, ये सुनी सुनी कर आती. We feel very bitter about it. गोपियां कहती हैं, उद्धव तुम हम युवतियों की दशा पर विचार तो करो. हमारी जवानी फूट रही है. तुम अपने योग की गठरी सोच समझ कर हमारे सामने खोलो. हमें उसमें कोई दिलचस्पी नहीं है. तुम्हारे योग के गंभीर सिद्धांत हमें अच्छे नहीं लगते. ये तो बताइए कि जिन कोमल बालों को कृष्ण अपने हाथों से सुरक्षित रखते थे, सुगंध लगाते थे, उन जटाओं के ऊपर राख घोलकर लगाने आए हो तुम. ये संभव नहीं है. जिस मुख पर कस्तूरी और चंदन का उबटन लगता था, क्षण क्षण हम धोती रहती थी, स्वच्छ करती रहती थी, चमकाती थी अपने चेहरे को, ताकि कृष्ण उन्हें प्यार कर सके, चूम सके. उस पर तुम कह रहे हो हम मट्टी लगाएं. ये शोभा नहीं देता है. हमारे ये नेत्र सुरमा लगाकर कृष्ण को देखते थे चंद्रमा के रूप में, जैसे चकोर देखता है. आप कहते हो हम सूर्य को देखें, जिसको कोई देख ही नहीं सकता, आंखें अंधी हो जाएंगी. हम निर्गुण ब्रह्म की पूजा करें. क्या बातें करते हो. बहुत कड़वाहट आती है आपकी बातें सुनकर उद्धव जी. हमें आपकी बात सुनकर सुख की जगह दुख मिलता है. हम जो कृष्ण के सौंदर्य माधुरी में डूबे रहे, उन्हें सूखा हुआ निराकार ब्रह्म पसंद नहीं है. Brahma Geet is a fabulous combination of virha, grief of separation, Gyan and Bhakti. It is a composition in the face of which Gyan takes a back seat. Here the entire logic of yoga accepts defeat. All that remains is absolute devotion, Bhakti, and Bhakti alone. Human beings can get mukti, salvation, with Krishna's blessings. Sincere bhakti is superior to Gyan, Yoga, Karma Bhed, Jati Bhed. Surdas combined bhakti and Shringar to describe union and separation with an intensity seldom achieved. In his supplication verses at times, Surdas excelled Tulsidas. He wrote, हमारे प्रभु अवगुण चित्त न धरो. Please don't look at our faults. Forgive us. समदर्शी है मान तुम्हारो. We know you look at us all with equanimity. You do not differentiate between us. So ही पार करो. So take us across the ocean of this world, of this life. Give us mukti, salvation with your devotion. Brahmar Geet is not only one of the most sublime writings on Virha and Shringar, but is also a unique discussion on Sagun and Nirguna. In the conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, we find a witty repartee and penetrating satire. Surdas's verses not only reach a pinnacle of emotional content, but also are rated high for a poet's craft. His language is simple, expression spontaneous, and words full of learning. He is rich in imaginative similes and metaphors. In this conversation between the gopis and Uddhav, Surdas highlights the dreariness of Gyan and the superiority of Bhakti as an alternative replete in rasa. Few other poets have been so successful. The gopis describe their games as an expression of pure love, and they plead their helplessness. Ek hutau so gayo syam sank ko arado ish. We had only one heart and one mind, one love. It has gone with Krishna. So whom do we worship now? There is no space left in our hearts. अब कैसे हूँ निकसत नाही, उठो तिरछे हूँ जो अड़े द्वार. Krishna is stuck, slanting, edgewise into our hearts. He won't be easily taken out. We stop here today. We meet with another verse tomorrow. Thank you for visiting this site. Thank you for listening to me.